Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Creative for Chair. In this particular video, I'm going to be showing you how you can pick colors from images and blend it in your design. Without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, so this is Photoshop. This is not another software, it's Photoshop. I just changed the theme of my Photoshop to white. That's just the difference between your Photoshop and mine. So now, the best thing to do when you want to pick colors from your images, you need to identify the colors that are there first. You have two colors. Primarily, like obviously we have two colors. There are many colors, but we have two colors. So the first one is from the jacket. So you pick up the jacket and then go to your create a new layer, go to your brush tool, make sure it's a hard brush and then click. So we pick the first color. Now the second color is the blue jean, so it'll be almost blue or green, I don't know, but it's the jean color. Now there are other colors that you can pick from. For example, you can pick the skin color, which is, it's not compulsory, but if you want to. And again, there is another color from the shirt, which is slightly blue, but I don't know which kind of blue is that. Now these are the four main colors that we can pick. If you want to go deeper, you can also pick from the hair. The hair is dark brownish kind of. So click. So now we have 1 2 3 4 5 colors from this particular image. You can choose to go deeper, but the lesser the color, the easier it is for you to use. Take note, the lesser the color, the easier it is for you to use. So now I'm going to just pick like this 1 2 3 4 colors. I don't need this down color for any reason. If I want to use it, I'll just let you know. But now let's name the layer colors. Now the best thing to do now is to create a new background with that color. Now there's a color rule that states that 60% of your color, now there's a color rule, is in percentage rule, is in different kinds of percentage. You just have like 70% for your background color, 10% for your text color, and then other things, then 20% for other kind of color or things that you want to change the color in that particular design. I think I did a video on that. You can check it in the card at the top. You can watch that video. But for now, I'm just going to follow the percentage rule, and that percentage rule helps us understand how we can use colors. Now I'm going to just work with my first three colors, which is this top, the second one, and this particular one here. Now I'm going to create a new layer, pick this blue here, and then press G on your keyboard. It takes you to your paint bucket, and then click. Now we have a background color, which is our main color for the background. Now name it background. If you want to get the project file of this particular video, click the link under the video description. You get the file. Now we have this particular color. Next thing to do is you just right click and then convert it to smart object. After converting it to smart object, let's move to the next color. But before we move there, let me turn off these colors. Let's just add some shadow to this guy so it looks very real. So I'm going to reduce this down and then center it here. Then go to your brush. Go to your brush. First of all, create a new layer. Press B on your keyboard to go to your brush. You can switch the brush color, the shadow color, to like a darker version of that same blue, and click OK. Increase the brush size, right click and make the brush a soft round brush, then click in the center. Now bring this down and increase it like this. So you can just choose to work with any kind of shadow. I will not go deep into these areas. I just want to just show you something. So now we already have a shadow that stands it out. So I'm going to name this shadow, duplicate the shadow and bring it a little bit down. Yeah, so we have a shadow for the guy. Now let's say I want to go more advanced on the design. I'll create a new layer, create a rectangle tool with the same shadow color, and then drag a box like this. Now I'm going to add some gradients to this stuff. What I'm trying to create is I'm trying to create a depth between the guy and the background. So now double click on the rectangle color layer, go to your gradient overlay, click on your gradient overlay, and then pick the first one color gradient from the preset. That color is the exact color that you have on your foreground color, and click OK. Now if you go to your fill and then set it to 0, you see the shadow very well. So now I'm going to right click and convert this to a smart object. Go to your move to click on it and then flip vertical. So now we have this. I'm trying to create a depth. Now what I'm now going to do next is to click on fill, reduce the fill a bit, and then yeah, so we have like a room where the guy is sitting in the room. Now the next thing to do is to identify what color I want to use next. Let me add some outline to the color so you know which color I am trying to use. So now there's already some outline. Now we've used this blue color. The next color I want to use, depending on the design, that's why I said the lesser your color, the easier it is for you to get ideas. Now for you, you might choose to use the top color, or the mid, or the second color, the last third, the third color, or this one or this one. But for me, I chose to use this one. Now I'm going to use a lighter color as anything that I want to identify as a text or anything I want to do on the design. If I am to use this brown color, let me show you an example. Go to your color picker by pressing I, click on this color, create a new layer, and then write a text. Let's say I write a text with this color and I increase the size. You see, this is nice, but it's not popping out the way it's supposed to have it. It's a good color, but it is not working with the background because we've already picked a dark background. So now, since we already have a dark background, let's change the text color to something like this. You see now, this particular color works better than the first color that we picked. Now the trick is this: when you pick a dark color for the background, the next color you should pick for anything that you want to write on is a lighter color. When you pick a lighter color for the background, you use a darker color for the text or anything you want to design or any elements you want to create. So I'm going to just change this font to a better font. So let me pick this font. So now I'm going to reduce the size of the font. Let me reduce the tracking, the kerning of the font to 0. Sorry, 0. So now let me just center the font a bit too. So now if I should bring it like this and then increase the size. Now this is the text with this color. Let me turn off the colors layer. So if I want to just style it a bit, just bring the text under the guy and it looks very nice. So now you see, now we only used the colors that from this particular image to generate the color that we use for the design. Now you can choose to use white. That is not a problem. White is not a problem when you have a darker background, but when you have a lighter background, please do not use white. But now we can also still go further. Since we have multiple colors, what can we do with this color next? We can use this particular brown color at the top as a call to action button. Let me show you. So let's say, for example, you want to add social media icons to this design. Okay, you want to make the audience to buy now. You can just increase, do a button text, a button design, I mean, then make it a rounded edge button, then remove that, then go to your text and write like buy now, but this buy now word will be a white color text. So I'm going to change the font to a sans serif font, so I'm going to use like Montserrat, and then change my color to white and bring this down and reduce the size. Highlight both layers and then center them. Yeah, you can choose to reduce it a bit, then center it to this place. Now as you can see that this brown color that you used for this particular text here is making the audience to focus on that text, because that is your call to action. We'll talk about that in the next video about social media design, call to action, and all those things. Now that color is what is pulling the attention of the audience to see it, because why? It's a call to action. If you have any other information, like let's say the website, if you have any other information like the website, those information can be in other colors, but it is necessary that you have a distinctive color that helps you separate, every other thing else from the call to action. Now this is the design. We have the lighter color for the main text, we have a subsidiary text by the side, which is the website, and then a particular color made us to focus attention on the call to action, which is the buy now. So now colors are really important when you are designing, or when you are trying to create a design. Colors are very, very important, because the type of action or things you want your audience to focus on really matters. I can switch this color to another type, but it's up to you. It's up to what you want and what you need. I can also spice up the design and move further. It's also up to you, but I'm just trying to tell you that colors, if you have struggles with colors, you can just pick ideas from the image you want to use as your design. So when you bring the image in, you just click on the color from the image, and then you get your image or your color from that image. So yeah, that is basically how you can pick colors from your image and use it in your design. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up for my video, like my video, subscribe to my channel for more videos. If you are new here, it will be a blessing to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the very next one. Peace.